Oh, beautiful and amazing beings of the galaxy. It's the nerdy stepdad, and I'm wondering, what is Capital Games doing?
The nerd herd awaits. Like, subscribe. Let's conquer this galaxy together.
Hi, everybody. It's the nerdy stepdad. Over the last month, it just seems like we've had one issue after the other coming out of CG with Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Just to give you guys an idea, let's just look at the forum and look at all of the investigations and issues. We had the kit reveal, the Q&A update post, but then we started to have issues. The Tomb Guardian was broken, Coliseum rewards weren't coming out correctly, pitching and lag issue, then not even getting Coliseum rewards, a big update, and then adjustments coming for era challenges because those were broken, another update, the Datacron issues, the Jocasta new bug. They did a hot fix and a compensation, then the compensation was incorrect, and then Omega and the Vadercron issue, which would cause it to be an impenetrable defense in GAC. Then they hot fixed that. Then they did the hot fix for the era currency, but then they took away all our Datacrons. And then they tried to give us stuff to reroll the Datacrons, but didn't give us near enough resources compared to what they took away from us, which is just insane. Now, I understand that updates will have bugs and games will have bugs. That's part of gaming, especially in this generation. I mean, when I was a kid, games came out and that's just what they were. If there was a bug, there was a bug. You could exploit it. Or you could just not do the bug. But it seems like in today's era of gaming, where there's constant downloads and you can fix things, that you would think the games would be a lot smoother because you can fix them relatively quickly. I don't know what's been going on at Capital Games with this release. I don't know if they just don't have proper testing, if they don't understand how their game is working at a deep fundamental level. I'm not sure if game designers got moved to different projects on EA and now they have a new team that just is trying to patchwork what they can. I'm not sure. It's very confusing and frustrating as a player, and I've been playing the game pretty much since the beginning. I love the game. I'm not the biggest fan of the Coliseum, but I can deal with it. I will live with that. That's I don't like a game mode doesn't mean I don't like the overall game. I still love GAC. I love territory war. I love territory battles. I love the friendships I've created in the game. It's been a very positive experience in my life. I really do enjoy Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. And the last month, though, has just been one error after another. And in the future, if I was Capital Games, one, I wouldn't put a brand new game update this close to Christmas when you know that your developers and your team is going to be off. That's part of the issue I think right now is they released this huge patch and all this new content for us, which is great. Like, you have to do that to keep games fresh. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with them putting in Coliseum. I don't personally like it, but I understand you're trying to drive the game in a different direction, and that's fine. But make sure your game is working. And when you're putting out datacrons, make sure they're working. If they're not working how you intended, instead of just taking it away from the community who spent a ton of time and crystals and in some case money, why would you just take that away from the people without a warning? It's just gone. oh, here's some materials, you can re-roll it, but then it's not even enough to re-roll it. This has been very poorly handled. The last month and a half has been one of the worst community driven issues, not community driven, like game update issues for the community I have ever seen in a game. Some of it, I think, CG understands that they're kind of the only Star Wars game on the mobile market right now. They're not really being challenged. A new game is coming out that's like a card collecting game. I don't know exactly when it's going to come out or if it's going to be any good, but I have seen a large number of people leave the game over the last month just because of the constant issues that have been going on. And doing make rights and getting things, giving us items for the issues only goes so far. Like, people aren't coming back that have left. Like, I've lost friends over the last month and a half due to the update and the constant bugs and just overall terrible decision making that has been going on with this game. Now, people are human, they make errors. I don't mind an error at all. Like, that makes sense. Errors are going to happen. Nobody's perfect. But this is a lot of errors. This is a lot of bugs. This is a lot of stuff, one right after the other. And it's really starting to build on itself, and it's becoming an issue where people are just making a joke of it, like, oh, it's the 12 days of CG Christmas. How many bugs can they give us before Christmas? And that's not where you want to be as a gaming company, especially one that over the last 10 years has done a good job with this mobile game, that's done a good job giving us some Star Wars content and giving us something to do. It's it's very hard to watch just how unprofessional this rollout has been, how bad the communication has been, and that's a lot of it too. Communication has been absolutely terrible with this rollout, with Coliseum and how it's going to work. It's no information at all, almost as if CG was trying to get people to spend a lot of money not knowing how the Coliseum was going to work with leveling. And that is highly disappointing and borderline unethical. I don't think that was Capital Games and EA's goal. I really hope it wasn't. I hope that their goal wasn't like, hey, we're not going to tell them how this works so that people will spend a lot of money on Luke that they don't necessarily need to spend because it's all going to build on top of each other, but they don't know that. Like, I don't think that was the goal. But there was no communication on how it was going to work. And then there's been goalpost moving with Spider-Leg Mall, what we're going to need. At first it was just 7 stars, and now it's like 7 stars and this many era levels. And the community is just really getting upset. And I think the vast majority of it is miscommunication or no communication. Like, there has to be communication. That is the crux of everything in society, is communication. Giving people clear expectations and then delivering on those. Had there been clear expectations, then I do feel like some of the bugs that have come in could have been overlooked by the community. I feel like if they had communicated, this Datacron isn't working how we intended, so we are going to roll back the Datacrons, but we're going to give you enough mats to fix it, before just doing it and not giving us a warning, especially right before a territory war lock-in. Like, this was bad timing. It wasn't done professionally, and it's really sad. I have a very high opinion of Capital Games and EA. The majority of the games I play are EA games. I'm a big sports fan. I wear a Cardinals hat in almost every video. Right now, I'm wearing a Nebraska Cornhuskers shirt. I love sports, and so I play mostly EA games. I play college football. I play Madden. I play EA soccer. I play EA basketball when they had it. Like I love EA. I like their games for the most part. And I've loved Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes for a decade. But this release has just been so mind-boggling bad. Like, what are you doing, CG? Like, this can't be what you put out. You're better than this, and I am just so disappointed. And I know the community is too. I don't know if CG will ever see this video or if they'll even take it serious, but I do think that after Christmas break, I really hope that you guys sit down and just really fix the issues and communicate with us. That's all we want is just clear communication. And then if there are small hiccups and errors, we're going to be a lot more willing and able to deal with those when they come. But also in a month, we shouldn't have just all these errors, all of these errors and issues. Like this is ridiculous. If it was just one or two, I think we as a community would be like, hey, like, you know, a couple errors, that's to be expected in a whole new gaming, a whole new game mode. Like, okay, there's gonna be a couple errors, we can deal with that. But this many, it's too much. It really is just too much. I'm nowhere near close to leaving, but I know I have guildmates that are. I'm my son, who I'm trying to get into the game, is getting really frustrated with all the errors. He's not really understanding what's going on, and it's hard for him to believe me when I say it's not normally this bad. It's usually pretty smooth. There's not usually this many errors. But this is all he's seen, and he's getting frustrated to the point that he's not sure he wants to keep playing. And that's not good. You have to have new players coming into the game. You have to have new blood constantly invigorating the game, or else the game's going to die. And we don't want the game to die. We love the game. We think, for the most part, you guys do a great job trying to balance the game with this many characters. It's hard. I'm not saying that there shouldn't be issues, but it can't be this bad. It just can't be this bad. And I really do hope that after the Christmas break, you guys are going to just come together, do a better job communicating what's going on, and just explain to the community what you were thinking in this whole thing. And that's really it. I want communication. I want you guys to tell us that you meant to communicate with us how the Coliseum was going to work. Maybe somebody just forgot to post it. I really want you guys to explain that this was not a money grab for people, and that was not your goal. Because right now, like, it seems kind of shady if that's really what you guys were trying to do. Like I said, I don't think it is. I have more respect for Capital Games. I hope that that is not what it is. But you guys gotta get your life, as my wife says, you gotta get your life. Just get it together. Communicate with us. Just tell us what's going on. And then the technical issues we can get over as a community, especially if you're working diligently to fix them. And I understand everybody needs a break at the end of the year. I'm not oblivious to that. I'm not upset with that idea. But maybe don't release a game mode right before the end of the year when you know half your team's going to be gone or more. That's all I'm saying. So I just needed to get all that off my chest. It's very frustrating and hard to deal with on a constant basis, especially when we don't know what's going on. Communicate with us, CG. We all love the game. We want to keep playing. We want to have trust in you that you're going to do a better job communicating this to us in the future, and that you're going to do a better job with these fixes, explaining to us that you're going to do things before you just do it, so it's not a shock, and that we even like just a day notice. Give us a day notice that this is going to happen instead of, oop, all your datacrons are gone. It's a big shock. It's not okay, and it's disappointing. And that's really where I am right now. I'm disappointed in Capital Games. I'm disappointed in this rollout. And I just hope it gets better, because the game itself should be better. It's been better in the past, and I think it can be better in the future. I'm I'm still trying to remain level-headed and not get super upset and trying to give you guys the benefit of the doubt, but my patience is growing thin, as is most of the communities. You guys need to really, I think, just make a big apology post and just kind of tell us what you guys were thinking over the last few months. That's all I really have today. And so, if you guys are also frustrated, leave some comments down below. Tell me what's been the most frustrating thing for you. And let's just have a conversation about this. Maybe CG can see it and we can get some traction on getting some more communication. And to all my Bantha brothers, good luck in your GACs, your territory wars, your territory battles. And to everybody else, may the Force be with you.
Where are you going, nerdy?
For a nap.